first point is the sound. The sound has to follow two principles. That not only the volume, but also the quality of the sound has to change. With low revs, we have low frequencies, and with high revs, we have high frequencies. And this gives this typical Ferrari sound. We call it music because this is really a very, very emotional element of driving a Ferrari. But now, let's try to make an acceleration and listen to the sound of the 296 GTB. How was this? We worked a lot on the engine architecture, on the combustion and on the exhaust system to create this magnificent sound. The second element is perceived acceleration. Not acceleration like 0 to 100, and you can measure it. This is what you can feel in your stomach, in your body, if you put the pedal to the metal. And obviously the core for that is the powertrain. The core of this powertrain is a V6 with a 120-degree hot V layout, which allowed us to achieve an extremely compact body and introduce an electric engine without compromising the dimensions of the car. This engine has 2.9 liters displacement, 663 horsepower, and this leads us to the best automotive specific car, 221 horsepower per liter. This is world record without turbo lag. We combine this V6 engine with an electric motor, and in total we have on this car 830 horsepower. And the powertrain is completed by an 8-speed double-clutch transmission gearbox, which has the fastest gear changes in the market. The electric motor is powered by a battery with the best specific power-weight ratio in the automotive industry, and this allows us to have a 25-kilometer electric range. The third element for fun to drive is the go-kart feeling. That means that every command of the driver has to lead to a direct, immediate reaction of the car. We have three elements worked on this car, which was first the weight. So reduce the weight as much as we can. And we reached 1.77 kilogram per horsepower. The second element is inertia. The wheelbase is 50 millimeters shorter than on the F8. This leads to less inertia and more agility of the car. And the third element, and here we have a world premiere, is a new sensor with 6 sensors, which allows us to control better the car and to develop a new ABS Evo system. This reduces brake distance by almost 10%, but obviously a Ferrari can't be only fun to drive. Give you only two numbers from 0 to 100 in 2.9 seconds and from 0 to 200 in 7.3 seconds. You see, best-in-class performance with absolute fun to drive.
The cockpit adopts the same pure sporting aesthetic language as the exterior and is designed around the driver. The dashboard architecture creates a clearly defined instrument binnacle angled towards the driver and carved out of a deep cleft into the dash trim, from which it emerges along with the steering wheel and all digital instruments. A modern version of the classic H-gate, the so-called cancelletto, dominates the center console. That is another link with the marque's DNA, but with a very modern and contemporary twist. The cabin trim is an exclusive example of Italian leather craftsmanship and also includes noble technical materials like metal and carbon fiber for the functional components. Even the seats have been completely redesigned in order to give the entire cockpit a very modern and futuristic touch. To keep weight to an absolute minimum, we have also redesigned the racing seats using a carbon fiber shell. When we were designing the 296 GTP, we strove to achieve absolute formal purity and a refined yet essential aesthetic. And the final result, is the perfect marriage between sportiness and elegance.